Welcome to Unfiltered Gamer board game Kickstarter review. Today we're reviewing Act of Treason.
In Act of Treason, the basic lore is the king has been assassinated and there's a secret heir amongst the kingdom which has divided the kingdom into two factions, and the factions are now trying to figure out who the heir is.
And the whole point of the game is everyone is posing as a loyalist and there are secret traitors among them. The point of the loyalist is to keep the heir alive and to successfully go to 5 in the missions. And the point of the traitors, on the other hand, is to make sure that the kingdom strength goes down to 0 or they're able to find out who the heir is. Now let's go ahead and show you how the game is set up. So as you can see, we have the board set up here. These over here are role cards where you can see the loyalists, traitors, and the heir. These are quest cards. These are law, military, and commerce. And down here we have court cards. And in an 8+ player, we will be needing this deck. However, if it's 7 or less, it'll be just these. These are tokens that will basically give away a player's identity. And this is a kingdom's token. These are knowledge cards over here. They will be dealt at the beginning of each round, 4 to each player. This is the steward, and this will be given to one player at the beginning, and they will basically make it or decide the turn order and who will be able to take their first action. And let's go ahead and take a look at how the game's played.
Okay, so in this game we have it set up for 5 players, and what you're going to do at the very beginning is you're going to decide who's going to be the steward. The steward's basically going to be your leader in the very beginning. So what the steward has to do, as it shows here with 5 players, the traitors won't know who they are. If it's more than 5 players, the traitors get to know who they are, but in this game they will not know who they are. The steward is then going to ask each player what kind of cards do they have in their hand. They would either have green cards, red cards, or blue cards for the law, the military, and the commerce. Now, again, the objective of the game is to have as many as you can have of each one, so that way you can pass the mission. So let's just say we pick the green as our active quest because I asked all the players and the majority of us have green cards. Then you will read the text here, and it says court cards cost an additional 2 knowledge cards to acquire this round. So that means these guys are going to cost 2 extra. And in the beginning, generally you can't really afford these court cards anyways, because this shows the court card price. So the court card price would have been 4, but now it's going to be 6, and that would start this round.
And in the action phase, you're basically given the option to do something before you give tribute to the kingdom. So in your action, you either have the choice to pass, which is what you're generally going to do. You can either buy, which you won't be able to do in the very beginning because you won't have enough cards in your hand, or in this instance, it costs more. Or you'll be able to assassinate. And if you're going to assassinate, then in this phase right here in 4 and 3, then you would die. But if it's anywhere between 2 and 0, then you would have the option to assassinate or not, depending on if a person had a card in front of them that would keep them from dying.
In the tribute phase, everyone is going to put in at least 1 card, although they can put in as many as they want. If they don't have any cards to contribute, 1 is put in at random from the knowledge deck. Then, once everyone is put in from the tribute, 2 will be added at random. Shuffle them up and we will proceed to the reward phase.
So what you're going to do in the reward phase is you're going to count all the tribute that was given to the kingdom in accordance to the active quest. So in this case, we are looking for green. 1, 2, 3, red, a treachery, 6, 7, 8, and another one. So the treachery cards are actually worth 2 negative points. These are 1 negative point, and then these are all positive 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we have -1, 2, 3, 4. So we would have 4 points in total, and we would pass that quest. So what we would do then is these would go to the discard pile down here. The active quest would go over here to the past quest, and the steward, in this case I would be the steward, I would go ahead and decide whether I wanted to give either one of these cards to any other player besides myself. Had we lost that, then the kingdom strength would have gone down 1, and this would not be over there. So we would have none in the past quests.
Next, during the refresh phase, the steward will then choose a new player to become the next steward. Also, if there are any court cards that are flipped over, you'll flip them back face up. And then we'll move on to the next round.
So I think this game is like really fun either way, but it's really nerve-wracking if you're a traitor, but it's a little bit more calm when you're a loyalist. I think the art is really well crafted, and I think it's just a fun game to play if you're competitive.
This game is super fun, and it kind of throws in a different aspect to the traitor game. Generally, it's just like a social game, but here you have to kind of think about what cards am I going to play to be under the rug and not get people not to know who I am. And especially for a game that's only in prototype right now, the art is crazy, and these are super good quality cards. Like, I really like the game. The replayability is great, and I had a lot of fun playing it.
Yeah, I also like how as you're progressing through the game, obviously on the very first round, nobody really knows who the traitors are, who the good guys are, and as the game gets farther, as the kingdom gets lower or the quests get higher, you really start to figure out, okay, somebody's got to be lying, and each night as everyone's saying, oh no, I'm not lying, or oh, I'm not lying, you kind of break people down a little bit, and so it gets easier as the game progresses, and it has a nice curve to it, to where it's not the bad guys will always win or the good guys will always win. It has a nice sense of balance. Also, like with the court cards that they have in the game, also adds another aspect to where it can help the good guys, it can help the bad guys, but again, it just kind of adds more flavor to the game, and it's definitely it's great for people who like to trick each other and try to lie and just kind of like yeah, I really enjoyed the game.
I really like the court cards too. I feel like that is a lot of trust giving somebody that card. It's like, all right, here's a double assassination card that's like super crazy, and I don't know if I want to give this to you, but I trust you, and then you learn either whether, you know, that was good or bad, but either way it's fun, and I really like the game, and I would definitely buy it. What about you guys?
Yeah, I would buy it.
Definitely. I mean, it also has great replay value. Just when we were playing this game a little bit earlier, we played it like 3 or 4 times, and the outcome's always different, and yeah, I really enjoyed the game as well. Thanks for watching another Unfiltered Gamer Kickstarter board game review.
And a special thanks to our friend Ferdinand, the cardboard stacker, and the Giveaway Geek, and everythingboardgames.com.
And check out our website. We have blogs, reviews, Kickstarters, and more. Link in the description below.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment to our channel as well. And as always, we'll see you guys next time.